of this film, a quantity of gin was consumed by the participants. Events start off sensibly, but towards the end, proceedings may be interpreted as chaotic.
Oh no!
Although we hope to convey some useful information regarding the making of pizza in a motorhome,
Fantastic.
viewer discretion is advised.
Bonjour, motorhome. Bonjour, castle. Oh no, let's start again. Bonjour.
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 Bonjour. Bonjour. Today we are at Spitting Feathers campsite in Chester.
Yep, and we are not at all drunk.
No, not. We're going to make the best ever motorhome made pizza.
Motorhome made pizza.
But before we start, we have to have a gin and tonic.
Yes.
So,
Je prepare le bois.
je prepare, and then we shall roll out the dough.
In the tradition of Keith Floyd.
Most definitely. If I wobble my eyes all over the place, do I look a bit more like a blind person?
Well, you don't have to convince anybody.
Some people.
Santé.
Santé. Santé.
Cheers.
Yummy. You can't beat a gin and tonic in a motorhome.
Tesco's finest.
You'll edit all this crap out, won't you? Here we have a silicone mat, which helps protect the worktop. It is also non-stick. You get your dough out, and it needs to have been out of the fridge for at least 2 to 3 hours in order to reach room temperature, or in this case, motorhome temperature.
I do have weighing scales in the cupboard. Does not require batteries. It's just spring-loaded. But I don't think it'll fit the pizza dough in it.
Oh.
It's so tiny.
Oh.
I can plop it on top. Oh gosh, it really is non-stick, this mat.
You're not allowed outside because you're too naughty. Oui?
I don't think this scale is actually that accurate.
So we have 900 grams of pizza dough. Melicia's going to have 400 grams to make a thin base pizza. And I'm going to have 500 grams to make a cheese stuffed crust pizza thin base as well.
And what are you having, Pickle? A little crust.
In order to do this, you need a rolling pin, and because the oven in a motorhome tends to be a bit smaller than the one at home, we discovered that the round pizza trays don't fit very well. So we purchased these square versions. I'm going to start off with Melicia's dough first. It should be nice and room temperature so it turns into soft dough. What you can do, you can start to stretch it out. When you're rolling your pizza out, try not to apply too much pressure because you don't want to compact it. You want to try and keep it fluffy.
Fluffy like the pickle.
Fluffy like the pickle. Because if you compact it, you end up with textural issues. Now, this is an experiment. And the best experiments always are experiments.
Just to make her bed.
Now, we need to light the oven.
Oh, I've got to push it in. There. The heat is on.
Will you sort your daughter out, please? Right, where's the cheese, sweetie? No! Oh, my gin's empty. Because this is a stuffed crust, it needs to be larger than the square base that it's going to go on. We'd be really interested to know what type of cuisine you like doing in your motorhome. We are fortunate in that we have a very well equipped kitchen.
Yeah, some people are not keen on British made motorhomes like Autotrail, but we have actually found our Melvyn the Autotrail Tracker absolutely brilliant. The build quality of the habitation is fantastic. Cupboards, the hinges and everything are so good. They never fly open when we're driving around. You know, they're full of tins and bottles and things. And we've got all the comforts of home. Microwave, oven, grill.
Fridge, freezer.
Big sink. It's not the original sink. There goes the rolling pin.
We don't need that now. We've given up on that.
Put it in the sink.
And see? So we really like it. When we were looking for motorhomes, we spent months, didn't we?
Yeah.
Going round so many places in the southwest of England, feeling motorhomes, looking at them, sitting in them, spending time inside them.
Making sure that Kiva liked them.
That's important.
Very important.
One of our big things was to have left-hand drive.
Left-hand drive, yes.
Why did we want left-hand drive?
Because you need to be in the wrong side. No, start that again. I think it's better to be on the wrong side when you're driving in the UK, where you're used to driving, and be on the wrong side when you're on the continent, where you're not used to driving. And when the steering is on the left and you're in the continent, then you never forget to drive on the right.
Does that mean you're incontinent?
Oh, Pickle. Pickle is just constantly digging the sofa. Pickle, stop digging.
I now need to get my cheese. Is that cheese? No, that's
semolina. No, it's polenta.
So because I'm having a stuffed crust pizza, you take a little bit of cheese and you start to basically work your way around the edge of the pizza. Keep feeding your cheese in.
So you've made the pizza dough bigger than the tray so that you can fold it over the top of the cheese?
Correctamundo. I grated this cheese on the large side rather than the fine cheese grating. It does make a difference. Why? I don't know, but it does.
Surface area to volume ratio, like with chocolate, affects the melting point. Well, not the melting point, but the melting distribution.
Is that something perhaps that Melvyn Bragg might have covered?
I don't think he covered how chocolate melts in the mouth.
Well, that is a subject for In Our Time. If you're listening, Melvyn, we demand a programme on the melting point of chocolate in the mouth, please.
Yeah.
We love the Melv.
It's a great thing to say about a job you do, isn't it? But it's true. It's nothing but a pleasure.
Melvyn Bragg.
Melvyn Bragg, Melvyn Bragg. One thing about losing your sight is your other senses do change. My sense of smell has become very acute, which is, at times, a little unfortunate.
She means when I've had a curry.
Oh no! Well, you have mild curry.
I don't have mild curry emissions.
Oh, our viewers don't wish to know about that.
I think it's amazing that you make such a good pizza crust and you can't see what you're doing, but you can just
feel. Yeah. If you can see, which I hope you can, you'll be able to see I've made a lip all the way around, and that lip is stuffed full of cheese. No, we've nearly forgotten one of the most important ingredients. In this tub we have
polenta.
So take some polenta and then just gently, carefully apply some around the edge of your pizza.
What does that do?
This makes the edges just really crispy. I can't describe it any more than it's just a very special, important ingredient.
It makes it really crispy.
Makes it gorgeous. So put that all the way around the edge and then just put a little sprinkle in the middle. And rub it around. So that's that one done. I'll put that to the side slightly. And then we'll get Melicia's pizza back without dropping it.
For some reason I prefer a non-stuffed crust.
You don't really like the cheese stuffed crust, do you?
No, you'd think that there would be nothing to dislike, but I prefer my cheese in the middle.
Yeah. And so even though this is not a stuffed crust pizza, we still have to put the polenta around the edge. So, I'm going to ask you, please, the captain of Melvyn, to put that somewhere safe, s'il vous plaît.
That's quite a responsibility.
Somewhere so it doesn't explode.
Like to keep my dry goods together. Je t'attends.
Je t'attends?
Oui.
What on earth does that mean?
I wait for you.
Merci. S'il vous plaît. Merci.
Pizza trays fit perfectly.
Yay! Could you say that in French, please?
Gaz. Point. 6 minutes.
Whee! Welcome to Bonjour Motorhome, where you get to learn French at the same time.
And now the fun bit is decorating. I'm going to make the cheating version of barbecue chicken to go on the pizza with the ready cooked chicken. Why does chicken always smell of farts when you open it? It's just dead easy. You mix it with some barbecue sauce. It's just like watching Gordon Ramsay, isn't it? I'll just use the container it came in to mix it with the barbecue sauce. Chopped garlic. Good and stinky. Just mix it round with the barbecue sauce and the garlic. So, start with the tomato puree. I'd use probably half a tube of tomato puree between 2 pizzas. You don't want it to be lathered in it. I found the best way to spread the tomato puree is with the back of a spoon. I would normally put the garlic next because that doesn't need so much cooking, so it can go under the cheese, but I've actually mixed the garlic in with the chicken. But I will put that on next because I don't want it to dry out, so I'll put it underneath the cheese. Garlic on pizza is so nice.
Oui. What is garlic in French?
Aïe.
Say it again.
Aïe.
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 Aïe. Do you have to say it really aggressively?
Aïe.
Aïe. And what did you say to our friend earlier today, our French friend?
I thought I'd learnt a really funky new French phrase, which just means, there you have it, which apparently the French would say in any circumstances. You can just say it all the time to sound like a native. But when I said it, I pronounced it wrong, and she thought I was saying to her, look at my bum. I said, du cul, which means of the bum, but it should be du cul, which to our English ears sounds very similar. It literally translates as of the cut or of the blow, which is a colloquialism for there you have it.
And who says that?
Jim Harold's Campfire.
Oh, yes.
We love Jim Harold.
I'm putting the sweet corn on next because I don't want that to get dried out in the oven, so that can go under the cheese as well. Frozen sweet corn is so much nicer than tinned, even when it's thawed out.
Why is that?
No, I suppose it's fresher. Then pepper. Green pepper tastes good. Just sort of cuts through the sweetness of all the tomato puree. Then cheese. Because the cheese protects the things you don't want to dry out. That cheese is so good. Just having a cheesegasm.
We did look at motorhomes that didn't have an oven, just had a 3-ring hob. They tended to be Heimers and other European makes.
Well, our European brethren, they cook a lot on the hob.
Oui.
And probably they barbecue outside.
Oui.
Because they have the weather for it.
We will be getting an outside barbecue that we can connect directly to the gas system. And that way then we can have a stone-baked pizza oven outside as well. We love pizza. If you're considering motorhoming and you're not sure if it's right for you, we can only say, go for it.
Do it!
Do it.
Next, I put onions on top of the cheese because they need lots of heat. They don't need protecting by cheese. I pour olive oil in with the onions and shake them all around so that they're coated before putting them on. It helps them cook better. And a little bit of salt. Salt on onions releases the onion juices when they're cooking, so they cook better with that as well.
How do you say onion in French?
Onion.
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 Onion. You might have noticed there's a bit of a French theme with our videos and channel. That is because
Nous adorons la France. You want to live in France.
we.
But I have to learn the difference between how to say they have it and here's my bum. You said that our French friend explained that. I was saying it wrong, didn't you?
We love our French friend Isabel.
I said to her, du cul, thinking I was so cool, and she said, why are you telling me about your bum? Hi Isabel and Cooper.
Bonjour.
They're ready to go in the... Oh, I forgot the pepperoni. Pepperoni can go right on top of the onions and everything else. because that's good. It will go crispy.
Très bien, monsieur.
So now I should probably put your stuffed crust on the top because it will need more cooking, won't it?
S'il vous plaît.
We have a very tired dog.
Okay, several hours later. Now we're going to take the pizza out of the oven. It does take longer to cook pizza in a campervan oven than a home oven because it's a very weedy oven. Let's see, I think it's a bit cooked. Yeah, the one on top is definitely cooked.
Okay, are you going to swap them round?
Yeah, I think the one on the bottom needs a bit longer. There. These oven gloves won't burn like the last ones. The last ones burned right through and then burnt my hands because, because we didn't know what we were doing when we tried to cook pizza last time.
Where's the camera? But what about the pickle? Get the pickle. Look at it.
Beep, beep, beep.
Boop, 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 boop. Ah!
Okay, I think both pizzas are ready now. Yeah, it's cooked enough.
But there's nothing in there that will cause death.
Hopefully not. I think our silicone mat here is heat proof.
Yeah.
So, the next thing is chop it up. Chop it up. I don't want to burn myself. Yep, that's hot.
We arrived 3 hours ago. We started pizza 3 hours ago.
Ain't no fast food.
Nope, it is not.
Slow food.
It is slow food. It's not fast food, but I tell you what, Bonjour Motorhome pizza is the best.
Nice.
We need it to absorb a bit of alcohol. This is a very strange square pizza. Normally we make round pizzas. I'm a bit disorientated by the shape of the pizza. It's okay. I'll cope.
Fabulous.
It's kind of delicious. It's a pile of pizza. So how does it taste?
I've got to be honest, this pizza is straight out of the oven and it is
Bloody lovely.
oh, it's fantastic.
Motorhome made pizza.
Poop, poop.